We now look at one Ja'Cory Brooks. He was one of 3 players Coach Saban mentioned on Friday of last week to open spring practice that will not participate in spring ball. He is out due to slight injury that he sustained, whether it was in the latter portion of last season or during the offseason. But Ja'Cory Brooks out for spring practice, and a lot of you fans disappointed and hurt to not be able to see him compete in spring ball, but better for him to be out in spring than him to be out in the fall, right? Because you would much rather have him in the fall during the regular season. So with Ja'Cory Brooks out, this gives other guys an opportunity to seize the moment, capture the moment, develop that chemistry, that flavor, that style, that connection, that continuity, that bond, that trust, if you will, with one Bryce Young. And Alabama has a lot of receivers looking to do this and discussing Jermaine Burton, transfer from Georgia, Agiye Hall, TRAESHON Holden, JoJo Earle, Christian Leary. I mean, they've got guys that look to build this relationship here on the field with Bryce Young, in a sense of when Young throws the football, puts it in these guys' hands, he's going to know this guy is not going to drop the football. When this receiver is running a various route, Young knows he's going to break the route off right here. I'm going to have him the ball right here. He's going to catch the ball right here, and we're going to be cooking like Crisco. Like, developing that relationship with Bryce Young is a big deal. Huge deal here. So you got some guys here that can do this. And starting this off with Jermaine Burton coming over from Georgia. He's got the experience. Played 2 years in the SEC. In 2 seasons, 53 catches, 901 yards, 8 touchdowns. And during Friday's practice, he looked like he was getting comfortable, more and more comfortable catching the ball from Young. Catching the ball, turning, tucking the ball away, getting upfield. And we've seen transfer receivers have success at Alabama, whether it was Richard Mullaney, whether it was Garrett Dieter. Last season, we saw Jamison Williams. All he needed was 1 year from Ohio State, and the brother did wonders for the Crimson Tide out of the portal. So we've seen the success. Jermaine Burton looks to continue that. And if Nick Saban didn't feel like he needed to grab somebody with experience from the portal, he doesn't make that move to bring in Burton at the position. The question still remains, does he end up ultimately being a slot receiver? Does he end up at the top of the formation at X, bottom of the formation at Z? Remains to be seen. But during the first day of spring ball, what did Coach Saban say? Called the young man impressive at wide receiver. It's a transfer. And he's already starting to build that continuity there a little bit there with Bryce Young. So behind him, they've got TRAESHON Holden. And for me, is this the moment where the kindred spirit relationship, or I guess the roommate bond between Young and Holden, does it pop off this year? Because both guys played a little bit there in California together. You know, they were roommates at the at the program. So you wonder, you know, played a little bit of high school ball, played a little bit of those camps together. Both of these two roommates. When will that grow into Holden breaking out and becoming the guy? Or does it come this year? Does it happen this year? Because I feel like this past season, you know, TRAESHON got on the field in moments, had some good plays. Mississippi State, 3 catches for 70 yards, 1 touchdown. I know in the national championship game, Bryce Young was looking for him in the back corner of the end zone, and Holden just could not quite get there to make the catch against Georgia. But is now the moment where we see these two finally fully connect and be on the same page? Does Holden benefit the most from Ja'Cory Brooks being out for spring ball? A lot of people will be keeping their eyes there on 11 Holden. And when you look at Agiye Hall, this is the one where people are like, please, 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 let this be the moment for him. Because went out there, national championship game, after all of the cryptic tweets and posts he put up there on social media. And yes, he had some drops in that game, but he also caught 2 passes. And he owned up to it on social media, apologizing to the fan base in not coming up huge there in those moments. But my mind, for some reason, still takes me back to the A-Day game in 2021, where it was Kirk Herbstreit, Joey Galloway on the field, and Herbstreit straight fanboying it behind Nick Saban. Coach, 17, coach. What is it about him? I want the 411. I want the skinny. I want the backstory. What is it about 17 Hall? Like, what is it? Like, this guy's something else. He's captivated my entire attention. What is it about this dude? And Coach Saban goes, well, he's the most explosive player we got, or one of the most explosive players we got. So he's physical, he's freakishly athletic, he can make jump ball catches, he's got juice. We just got to find a way to get him more so on the field. And that was a spring game where he caught 4 passes for 72 yards. And it's the ability's there. The package physically is there for Agiye Hall. It's for him getting out of his own head and just putting in the work. That's it. Gets out of his own head, maybe leave social media alone a little bit, and just getting to work. Because if he can put this all together, he's special. If he can put it all together on the field, he's special. 6'3", nearly 200 pounds, if not over 200 pounds now. If he can just put it all on the field, he can be a real special player here at Alabama. So that's a guy that can really benefit from, once again, Ja'Cory Brooks out for spring ball. And then last 2 guys here, you discussed Christian Leary and JoJo Earle. They can really benefit. Saw some clips of JoJo Earle from the first practice. He looks like he's improved, catching the ball with his hands cleanly, cut and turn it up, getting up and down the field. He sustained an injury, last year against New Mexico State, if I'm not mistaken there. So having him back, and I know he's going to be in that punt return, kick return aspect, but having him back as a receiver, him getting that chance to win that slot position. And then you've got Christian Leary. I know my man Mattress Matt out of Mobile has been high on Christian Leary, among other people. 10.5, 100-meter dash speed time. And you get this guy on the field and put the ball in his hands, he turns the corner, he gone. Especially if he eats away the angle from a cornerback or a safety. He is gone. You're not going to catch that young man on the field when you talk about wide open space and speed. And I get it. You got a freshman in here and Aaron Anderson, who people are excited about to maybe win that slot position. You have another freshman receiver here and Kendrick Law as an early enrollee that people are kind of looking at, wanting to see what does he do. But Christian Leary, JoJo Earle, both experienced within the system. Both have a year under their belts. Bryce Young, like both of these two, when it comes down to that slot position here, it's which one of these two rises with Bryce Young. Which one of these two takes that jump where he shows Young, hey, put the ball in my hands, I'm ready to make a play. Put the ball in my hands, not going to let you down. Put the ball in my hands, I'm ready to go out here and go get it. Either one of these guys, Burton, Holden, Hall, Earle, Leary, either one of these guys can take advantage of this moment with Ja'Cory Brooks out for spring practice. The question is, who is it? Who has the mentality of, some got to give, it's my moment, and I'm taking it right now. Just like those J.G. Whitworth commercials, it's my money, and I need it now. Which one of these receivers? It's my moment, and I'm taking it now. Brooks is down. Brooks is out for the spring. Hate it for him. But this is my moment to build this with Bryce Young, and I'm taking it right now. So looking forward to seeing who does that from this group of receivers here in spring practice.